morning, dear students. This is your Sudha ma'am. Welcome to the lesson 5, that is coordination, the linking system. In this lesson, we are going to study about topics introduction to nervous system, structure of a nerve cell, pathways from stimulus to response, central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, chemical coordinators, that is hormones, how do plants respond to stimuli, tropic and nastic movements in plants. In this session, we are going to study introduction to nervous system, structure of a nerve cell and pathways from stimulus to response. How are we react as soon as we dip off our fingers into a hot cup of tea, or touched a hot plate, or stepped on a sharp object, or hearing a car horn honk at your back. Generally, we take out our fingers from that cup of tea, or take back our hand, or move away from our feet from that place. That means taking back our feet and moving to the side of a road after listening to a car horn honk at our back. Your answers to all these questions is that animals, including humans, have a system which is responsible for all these sudden responses to stimuli. This system is called nervous system. The series of actions that occur in a fraction of a second in response to a change or a situation is what we basically called control and coordination. In fact, whenever we move, the three basic functions such as movement, balance and coordination work together to perform purposeful motions of body parts. In human beings, the control and coordination takes place through the nervous system and the endocrine system that secrete hormones. The 5 sense organs in our body are called receptors, and these organs functions by receiving information from environment around us. Therefore, the response and coordination in both humans and animals involve sense organs, the nervous system and endocrine system, that is hormones. What is the nervous system? The nervous system consists of nerve fibers and nerve cells which transmit impulses of the nerve between different parts of the body. Mainly it consists of 3 organs, that is brain, spinal cord and nerves. And it also consists of sense organs. Sense organs also belongs to nervous system. Now moving on to the structure of a nerve cell. The nerve cell or neuron, nerve cell is also called as neuron, is the structural and functional unit of the nervous system. It receives and transmits electrical nerve impulses from one part of the body to another part. A neuron consists of a cell body or cyton, dendrites and axon. The cell body consists of a nucleus and the granular cytoplasm called Nissel's granules. The cytoplasm is in the form of granules called Nissel's granule, and in the cyton nucleus also present. Basically it consists of cyton, dendrites and the long dendrite is called axon. Dendrites are several branched finger-like projections that transmit nerve impulses towards the cell body. From another nerve cell, the dendrites transmit from dendrites to cell body. A long dendrite that extends to different parts of our body is called axon. The axon is surrounded by a specialized insulatory sheath called myelin sheath. Axon is covered by a sheath, insulatory sheath called myelin sheath. And the sheath is interrupted at regular intervals called nodes of Ranvier. These interruptions are called nodes of Ranvier. The myelin sheath is made up of Schwann cells and chiefly consists of fatty material. The myelin sheath is consisted of fatty material called Schwann cells. This covering forms a partition between the adjacent axons. It is acts like a partition in between the adjacent axons. Axons not having the sheath are called as non-myelinated fibers. Our nervous system consists of around 10 billion of nerves. They communicate with each other in a specific manner. Axon of one nerve cell connect to the dendrites of the another nerve cell through synapse. What is synapse? Synapse is a functional region of contact between two neurons where information from one neuron is transmitted or relayed to another neuron. So, synapse is a functional region of contact between two neurons where the information passes from one neuron to another neuron through dendrite of one neuron to cyton to axon to another dendrites of another neuron. Through these, there are regions of minute gaps, and neurons do not have any protoplasmic connection between them. But the information is passed from one neuron to another through these gaps either in the form of chemical or electrical signals or both. These synapses are mainly found on the brain, spinal cord and around the spinal cord. Beyond these areas, the axon carries the signals to respective areas in our body. Pathways from stimulus to response. Before learning the pathways, let us know about what is stimulus and response. Any detectable change in the internal or external environment is called stimulus. For example, dust particles enter into our eye, that is stimulus. Response. It is a behavior of an organism that is shown towards an external or internal stimulus. Suppose the dust particle enter into our eye, what we will do? We close the eyelids or our eye waters, that is the response. Previously also we have seen the examples like touching of heart plate, immediately we will take out our hand. Otherwise, stepping on a sharp object, we will take out our foot back. So, these are the responses. On the basis of pathway followed, the nervous system, the nerves are classified mainly into three different types, that is efferent neurons, efferent neurons and associative neurons. Efferent neurons. Efferent neurons carry messages from sense organs to spinal cord or brain. The brain and spinal cord together called central nervous system. So, these efferent neurons carry messages from sense organs to either spinal cord or brain, or sometimes spinal cord to brain. These are also called sensory nerves. Efferent neurons or motor neurons. Efferent neurons carry messages from central nervous system, that is from brain or spinal cord, to the effectors, that is muscles or glands. These are also called as motor nerves. And the third one is association neurons. Association neurons links together the efferent and efferent neurons. They connect both the efferent and efferent neurons. Now moving on to the next one, that is reflex action. The sudden involuntary actions that are not in our control are called reflex actions. These are sudden, happens suddenly, involuntary, that is not according to our wish or will. These are the sudden involuntary actions which takes place, which are not in our control, are called reflex actions. Example, sneezing, coughing, blinking of eyes, etc., etc. And it is an automatic response to a stimulus. Reflex arc. The pathways taken by nerve impulses in a reflex action is called reflex arc. The path which is taken by the nerve impulses in a reflex action is called reflex arc. Response of leg muscles when we step on a sharp edged object is the reflex arc. Stepping on a sharp object is stimulus. Through receptors of the sensory nerves, the message is carried to the spinal cord. Spinal cord analyze the information and send the command to motor nerves. Motor nerves carry this information to effectors, that is either muscles, here muscles in the leg. Then effector muscles of the leg help to withdraw the foot. Here withdrawing the foot is response. So, a pathway where nerve impulses carry messages in a reflex action is called reflex arc. Let's summarize today's topics. Today we have studied introduction to nervous system, structure of a nerve cell, types of nerves, reflex action and reflex arc. That's all for today. Meet you in the next session. Thank you.